If XRP were to be adopted by SWIFT, the global payments network that processes around $150 trillion per year, as a liquidity layer, the token's price could potentially surge to between $250 and $500. This estimate comes from a multi-model analysis by OpenAI's ChatGPT, which assessed how different adoption and usage scenarios could affect XRP's valuation. Let's walk through the logic behind this forecast, the assumptions it's based on, and what would need to happen for XRP to even approach those numbers. XRP is currently trading at around $2.22. That's up over 300% from where it stood in November 2024. Yet many in the XRP community and beyond believe it remains significantly undervalued. The argument goes like this: XRP's true utility, especially in cross-border payments, hasn't yet been fully recognized by the market. And as more institutions begin adopting it for real financial infrastructure, the price could reflect that utility more directly. This brings us to the SWIFT scenario. What if XRP were used not just by banks and remittance services, but by the backbone of international payments itself? ChatGPT's first model looks at raw transactional demand. If SWIFT's annual $150 trillion in volume were routed through XRP, how much liquidity would XRP need to support it? The key metric here is velocity. How many times per year a single XRP token is used in a transaction? Let's say 60 billion XRP are available in the open market. If each token is used 10 times a year, that equates to $600 billion in available transaction power. But to fully support $150 trillion, each token would need to carry far more value. With that 10x velocity assumption, the required average price per XRP would need to be about $250. If the velocity increases to 20 or 50, the necessary price drops accordingly. But $250 is the middle ground estimate when factoring in realistic reuse rates. Next, ChatGPT introduces the Utility Premium model. Here, XRP is valued not only for how it moves money, but for how much people want to hold it. If investors start treating XRP like a store of wealth, as they do with gold or U.S. treasuries, it could attract a premium over its base transactional value. Let's say the market assigns a 25% premium. That bumps the $250 valuation up to $312.50. If the premium is more aggressive, say 100%, then we're talking about a price close to $500. This model assumes widespread trust, regulatory clarity, and institutional holding. Those are big ifs, but they show how demand can stretch beyond utility. The final approach is a market cap parity model. If XRP were to reach the market cap of the SWIFT float, estimated at $5 trillion, the price per XRP would be around $83, based on current circulating supply. This doesn't assume velocity or a premium. It's just a simple ratio based on total value compared to another financial system. While this is the most conservative of the three models, it still puts XRP's potential far above where it is today. After analyzing all three models, ChatGPT offered a price range of $250 to $500 per XRP if it becomes a central liquidity layer for SWIFT. To be clear, this isn't a forecast. It's a conditional projection. These numbers only make sense if SWIFT adopts XRP at scale. XRP is used in daily transaction settlement across global banks. The market views XRP as both a utility token and a store of value. That's a high bar, but not unimaginable. The idea that XRP could hit $250 or $500 isn't just about hype. It's based on real financial modeling. But that future depends on adoption, usage, trust, and global integration. Could XRP become the bridge asset for the world's payments network? It's possible, but it won't happen overnight, and it won't happen without regulatory clarity and institutional confidence. Still, these projections are useful. They show us what the upside could look like if XRP moves from a speculative asset to an essential piece of global finance. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, question assumptions, and keep your eye on what really moves markets. Not just the price, but the infrastructure behind it.